Don't you dare be sour! Clap for your world-famous Virtual Stadium Tours guide and feel the power! It's a new day, yes it is! And so today we are going to be taking a look around the Palace of Auburn Hills, otherwise known as just the Palace. It is the home arena of the Detroit Pistons of the NBA, the National Basketball Association. And as always for you, the first fact I have on this arena is its overall capacity. And when basketball does rock up, its overall capacity is just under 20,000. Whereas when ice hockey takes place, its overall capacity actually raises up, which is unlike most arenas of this sort. But when ice hockey rocks up, the overall capacity raises up to around 20,800. However, when there are concerts, music concerts, stand-up comedy concerts, whatever kind of concert is taking place in the arena, the capacity can vary quite a lot, from 6,000 to over 23,000, depending on what setup they have. Anyway, moving on, the next fact I have for you is on the construction of this arena. The construction started in 1986, so quite a long time ago, in June 1986, and then the arena itself was opened in August 1988, so it took just over 2 years to build. And it was built at a construction cost of around 70 million US dollars. In today's money, in 2016, that would be about double now. It would be 140 million US dollars. But that sum was completely and entirely privately financed by the owners of the club. Many arenas like this you see up and down the US are financed partly by the states, which means that the town hall, the city, puts money into the project because they feel like it's a good thing to have in their particular state or city, to have a big arena. But this one doesn't follow that trend because it was entirely privately financed. Now, this arena, as I've already stated, was opened in 1988, and that was a long time ago. And we see with many other basketball arenas of this sort, they've been demolished by now and been reconstructed with modern amenities. But this arena was actually future-proofed when it was opened, because when it opened, it had over 180 luxury suites, which can be rented out for up to $450,000 per year. And at the time, this was seen as a stupidly high amount, an exorbitant amount of luxury boxes. But they've consistently managed to sell every single one of these boxes every single year that they've been open. So, as I've said, they've future-proofed it, also by including other things like a media centre that other arenas have had to sort of bodge into there later on, as sort of television and cameras and newspapers and radio has developed in that time. But that being said, the arena, having been opened well over 30 years ago at this point, has had to be updated down the years, and they've spent over 100 million US dollars, around 117.5 million US dollars to be exact to this day, in upgrading the centre. And a lot of that has mainly gone on putting new scoreboards in the arena itself, a giant jumbotrons in there, putting ribbons, so when you go to an arena, especially of the basketball and ice hockey sort, you will see ribbons which are long and thin television kind of advertising hoardings that run around the entire arena. Some arenas can have 2 or 3 of these on their different tiers, and they had to put one of these in because those sort of things hadn't been invented when the arena was officially opened in 1988. Anyway, moving on, let's talk about the naming of this stadium. And as I've already stated, it's called the Palace of Auburn Hills. And that's simply because it's been built in a part of Detroit which is called Auburn Hills. The owners bought an area of land in Auburn Hills, and that's where the arena was bought. But it's actually one of only 2 arenas in the NBA in the US which haven't sold their naming rights to a company. The other one being Madison Square Garden, of course, named after the ex-US President James Madison, of course. So finally, moving on now, I'm just going to talk about a couple of the music concerts which have taken place in this arena. Firstly, Sting, Michael Jackson, the Detroit Symphony Orchestra, Demi Lovato, and Madonna have all had concerts play in this arena. and also talk about the WWE, talking about wrestling quickly. As with many of the arenas of this sort across the US, the WWE has rocked up with its live television performances, Raw and SmackDown, and played several times here. There's also been just one single pay-per-view taken place here, and that was in 1993 when the WWF brought SummerSlam to the arena. The main event of that, of course, being Lex Luger defeating Yokozuna by countout. They had a huge celebration that night. It was for the WWF title at the time. He didn't win the title because he only won by countout, yet they still had a huge celebration. And when you look at it today, it's a little bit confusing as to why. Anyway, let's move on and talk about the address of this arena now, because it's an interesting fact that the address that the arena boasts now is not the same as the original one it opened with. Because of the Detroit Pistons' 6 championship wins down the years, the address of this arena has actually changed to now being at 6 Championship Drive. So that's just an interesting final fact for you. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Thank you for watching this Virtual Stadium Tours video. If you enjoyed it and would like to see every new video this channel uploads as soon as it uploads them to the interwebs, why don't you press the subscribe button down below this video right now. Goodbye.